Hi everybody, welcome to Dandelion Cottage. I'm Leslie Watkins and today is Watercolor Wednesday. I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be showing you how to paint a strawberry today, and I'm going to be doing that with watercolors. So I've got three colors here. I've got yellow, red, and blue. I'm just going to be using those three colors. I have a couple of brushes, and the reason why I've selected strawberries as my subject today is because there is a special deal going on right now with these beautiful sweet strawberry stamps, these berry blessings, and some beautiful designer series paper, and I'm going to talk more about that later. But I don't want you to think that I'm just bringing that up in a salesy kind of way. The reason I'm bringing it up is because this deal is really a great deal. You get a lot of free stuff, a lot of discounted stuff, and if you think you might like to make some of these paper crafted projects that I share with you, here's an example of one that's coming up. This is a little desktop calendar. It's also a post-it note holder. Okay, so this is very cute, nice gift to give people, let them know you're thinking about them. And this features that really nice designer series paper that I mentioned a minute ago, and this is one of the things that you can get for free. And this is a full pack of 12 by 12 double-sided papers with, I think, 6 different designs, or 12 if you count each side. And that is an $11.50 value, and you get that for free, along with this really cute stamp set if you spend $100. And I'm going to share with you a list of products that I'll be using to make a special strawberry card that with all the different inks and blocks and various other items, the papers, you can get enough supplies that will equal $100 and entitle you to those free products. And I think you know I love doing these paper crafting things, and I like combining them with watercolor. So if this is something you think you might want to do along with me, then let me know. Send me an email, and I will answer any questions that you may have. All right, so let's just get busy. I just want to check, make sure that the video is working. There we go. All right, so this paper is watercolor paper. It's fluid 100 watercolor paper. It comes in a pack like this, and this has 10 sheets, and you can, this is actually half a sheet, so you could make 20 cards with just one package. And this is a good thick watercolor paper. It's 140 pound, and it's not going to buckle when you work wet and wet on it. And today I'm going to do a variety of different technique. I'm going to do a little bit wet and wet, and I'm just basically going to show you how to make a really loose, fast, and very pretty little painted strawberry design. So let me see if I can get my paints in here a little bit so you can see me mix. So I'm just going to give my palette a quick spritz just to get everything moistened. I have my water off to the side here. And I'm going to mix up a kind of a warm red. So I'm just putting a tiny bit of yellow in my mixture. And I'm going to continue this over to the side here and get a nice violet, a nice cool red violet. And as I continue across my palette, I'm going to have an area for some green. All right, so there's my paints ready to go. Now I just want to pull up my reference photo on my computer here so I can see it. I did not get to the store to buy some strawberries. If you are going shopping anytime soon, pick yourself up some strawberries. It's always better to paint from life when you can do that. So I'm going to start with just a kind of a neutral gray mixture. And then I'm going to tone that down. And today I'm not going to start with pencil. I'm just going to keep this nice and loose. I'll zoom you in a little more so you can see better. There you go. So I'm just painting a basic strawberry shape here, and I want to make sure that I get the beautiful sparkle and highlights that these strawberries have, and that kind of textured skin. And I'm just letting the watercolor kind of flow and find its own place. Get a little shadow. And now I want to add some stronger color. Get that beautiful bright red. Okay. And I'm going to add a little green for the leaves and the stem. So I'm just going to start with a kind of a medium green, and then we have these beautiful little sepals. There we go. And I'm going to add a little bit of dark green. This is very wet, so I'm probably not going to have enough time to let this dry and be able to mount it to my card today, but I'll give you an idea of what it will look like with the double matte that I like to do. And while it's still damp, I can continue to add more color. that nice and rich. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I'm going to soften the shadow and just let that flow across the page. And a little bit of an accent there. All right, now since I have my stamp set here, I'm looking at some of these sentiments, and I really like the way this thank you looks. I think I'm gonna use that as my sentiment today. Get a bigger block out. Make sure I get this right side up. There we go. And I'm also going to take this other image and this is the one with the leaves and the little flowers. Let's see if it'll fit on this block. Perfect. Okay. I keep an assortment of blocks off to the side here. And while this is a little bit damp, I'm going to see if I can get just a little more richness. There we go. I don't know if you can hear the Otello calling me. He's downstairs and he's ready for his lunch. And he can hear me talking. He hears me talking up here. Okay. There we go. All right, now I'm going to get some scrap paper out to use for my, for my sentiment here. I think that one's going to be wide enough. Let's check that out. I'm using real red ink. Get my stamp inked up. Got 2 pieces of paper there. Okay. And I'm just going to give that a little snip. And have a envelope here somewhere. This is a very vanilla envelope, and I'm just going to stamp the flap. And let's see, the real red's not going to work for that so well, so let me see if I can find a green. Hold on just a minute. Zoom you out a little bit. There you go. So here's the back of my envelope flap. I really like the way that looks. And I have a couple of pieces of cardstock here and my card base. This is almost dry, not quite. So I'm going to go ahead and get these mounted up. And for this I'm using the Real Red cardstock and the liquid glue. Looks like I'm running out a little bit. So you just need a little bit of glue, not too much, it's very strong. Get that centered on there. Okay. Now I'm using the thick, very vanilla card base. I really like the way the very vanilla card base looks with this. Now, hold on a second. I'm not getting that on there very straight. Let me add a little more glue. There we go. Try that again. Oh. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble today getting that straight. But that's a little bit better. Not my best effort. Okay. So there's our strawberry with a double mat, and I'll give you a close-up view of that. So you see I've got the tiny bit of the red peeking through, and then I've got the beautiful garden green mat that is slightly bigger on the outside. And that gives the effect of a beautiful French mat. And then here is my sentiment, which can be adhered to the card, just like so. When this is more dry, I'll be able to glue it down. But for now, I think you can see how that comes together. And here is my decorated envelope. get that straightened out for you. And there is your beautiful little strawberry. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to be posting below all of the information about the materials and supplies that I used today, and also information on how you can get in on this really great deal. It's only effective until February 28th, and so you don't have a lot of time, but it's really worth checking out. It's a good deal, and you get enough supplies to make a lot of cards, at least 50 cards, and you can design them and decorate them any way you like using these wonderful berries as your subject matter. So if you'd like to learn more, if you'd like to see examples of some of the projects that you can make with these things and see what the complete kit looks like, please subscribe to Notes from Dandelion Cottage, and I will send you an email with all the information included, as well as some classes that I will be teaching to show you how to do all this. And if you spend $50 or more, you will get a free class. So that information will be on there as well. Stay well, stay safe, stay creative, and I will see you next time.